Welcome back, friends, to another Age of Mythology Extended Edition cast. In this match here, I'm going to be casting a game between myself and this other man named zulf.kazmi007. I'm just going to refer to him as Zulf. He's going to be playing Odin, and I'm going to be playing as Oranos. Here on I forget the name of the map. Maybe one of you will know it. Feel free to drop it in the comments if you do know the name of this map. Let's just get a little lay of the land. A lot of hunt here. Very, very hunt heavy map. Got a little pack of deer here. Some oryx, right? I believe no water buffalo. Okay. Some boar. Very nice. So I'm just going to be doing the very standard opening for Oranos that I learned from Rabble. If you'd like to learn this same build order, you can subscribe to my Patreon page, and I have a little graphic made that has every step for the build order available for you, and you can get that for the lowest tier. I think donating, what is it, like $1 or $3, you get access to that. And if you want custom build orders made for your particular god that you are maining, you can, once you become a patron, you can reach out to me and I will have a specific build order made just for you with a nice graphic. So I'm going to be putting a couple citizens here on the deer, getting that food income up. One to wood. Got the hunting dogs, of course, using my oracles just to come out and scout. What I want to be doing is finding my next patch of hunt. That is like the most important thing. So yes, there's this boar. I'm thinking as I'm playing right now, though, that I want to find something that's not preferably like something that's going to attack my citizens. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like passively, it's like, okay, there's boar here, but like, is there something else? Maybe another pack of deer, some elk or something. I do see these hippos, so I'm like, okay, maybe the hippos are a better option here. More food, I think. So if we look over at Zulf, he's going to be hunting this deer that he used his Great Hunt God Power on, which allows you to multiply the amount of hunting animals or herdable animals that you have. He is going to be putting down a fast forward temple. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily fast, but it is going to be a forward temple securing this town center here. And this is going to be a staging area for a lot of combat to come. So take good note of that. Putting my oracles up just to get more of a lay of the land. It wasn't the most efficient placing of my oracles. They're a little stacked together. I think it would have been better to manually use one of them to scout out this little section here. I would have spotted this a little bit earlier. I would have found there's some water buffalo. Where are they? Here, which I will eventually move to. But like, I don't know that's there yet, right? So I'm eventually going to know. But I should have used one oracle to scout that and then maybe put an oracle here. I don't know yet that the temple's going to be coming up, but I think I am going to catch it fairly early at some point here. I am going to pick it up. This one's not like in the best place. I'm losing out on a good chunk of vision here. If I would have just put it down more maybe on this area, it would have been a better use of my oracle while I had one just kind of scouting out all this little dark area here, but that's okay, right? Those are stuff that you don't really catch until you review the gameplay. And you just kind of take a mental note of it, which I am doing. Let's go check out what he's up to. Just putting some more houses down. Very nice. Getting more villagers up. I am about to advance. I'm going to be a little slow. Just a little, just a hair, just a touch. Because my food is going to run out here in a second. 100 there, 8 there. I'm getting my last citizen here to go on gold, throwing my temple down. My advance is going to be slightly delayed, but you're going to know that here in a second, you're going to see that I'm advancing faster than he is going to be advancing. He's electing just to get a little bit more economy going. I don't think he's actually rushing, but he is being aggressive with that temple placement for sure. There's the delay here. I could have been advancing already, but I did not I did not transplant some citizens up to a second hunt. This is a mistake that I made. 2 of these should already be taking and gathering from this hippo already, just so there's constant food coming in, so that when this pack of deer runs out, these other 2 citizens could have just came up and rejoined him. That's all right. Just a slight delay, nothing crazy. And as I said before, I am still ahead of him. He's just constantly making more and more villagers, going around picking up relics, which is very nice for him. Going up through Prometheus, the very obvious choice, taking 1 citizen off of food, putting it on wood, just so I can afford my counter barracks, buildings, getting a hand axe just to help with that wood income. I'm trying to reposition my oracles to get more vision, because I want to lock down my next source of food, which is going to be this area. Zulf is getting more relics. Currently has increased the range attack of buildings. Not bad. This should be his last villager. He should be trying to age up here in a second. But I'm going to have the advantage. I have advanced much faster than he has here in a second. It's going to pop off. I'm getting ready to, throwing up a manor, getting ready to push out with my citizens. I'm probably going to use this wood villager here, I believe, to go up and build some military buildings protecting this tower. Should see that in a second. There we go. Yes. And I'm going to want to start... I do have some idle... There we go. I fixed that. Very good catch, just to make sure I'm not idling at all. I've played like 2 or 3 games against the AI just to warm up before I took on this online multiplayer match. So I am like in the flow of things. I caught that idle, any idling, I'm trying to catch that. He's scouting with his ravens. There we go. I'm going to be training some Murmillo and some Terma. And I'm going to be waiting to throw down this first Valor to hit this citizen and then move out with that military. Immediately queuing up some Murmillo, continuing the citizen production. Just trying to balance out all of my resources. Going to be continuing to try to get some map coverage with these oracles just so I can see what's going on. And then I'm going to want to come up here and secure this position pretty soon because this hippo is going to run out very quickly. There's the Terma. I'm also getting husbandry just because I have about 7 pigs. And it allows villagers to carry more food, which, I mean, it doesn't really matter for citizens because they have the immediate drop-off. Wait for that 1 Terma before I throw down that Valor, and then I'm going to be seeking to come up here because I did catch the temples here, so I'm expecting aggression, and I want to cut that off at its source. And I'm realizing that I aged up first, so this is perfect, right? Let's go out. Let's take this little group of soldiers and go do some damage, moving these citizens up to this section. I'm going to be wanting to throw down a manor and start gathering from these water buffalo. Zulf is aging up through, I forget what the name of the god is, but he does have access to Undermine and Einhar. I'm be trying to take down that Einhar. Not the best use of Shockwave. I forget that heroes are immune to it. So that didn't really do a lot for me. And I almost lost my Promethean there. I should be just trying to focus down this Einhar. There we go, which I'm doing. He's throwing off these Herser. I'm going to be just focusing on trying to gun this temple down. And because he is sending these off, I'm thinking he's going to maybe try to hit my economy. So I might try to go for towers here in a second. I forget if I actually end up doing that. We'll see. Gonna just shred this temple down. And I'm just continuing to pump out Terma, Murmillo. And I'm getting the upgrade at some point here. I am housed here. That's very not good. I should be throwing up a manor here very soon. Once I catch that, there we go. Someone is building it somewhere. There we go. So I'm trying to protect the wood line because I'm thinking like, okay, I think he's going to try to come along and harass with those 2 Herser that he left. Has some idle military. I should be catching those here in a second. There we go. Just keep putting the pressure up. Now, he's going to do something pretty awesome that really caught me off guard and overwhelmed me. And that's just putting up a lot of longhouses and just pumping a shit ton of Allspark. And this is going to shred through my army very quickly. I am picking up the upgrade for alluvial clay to make my Prometheans that much stronger. Just because I know we're going to probably spend, a fair bit of time here in the classical age. I'm attacking the building, shredding it down a bit, but then when his military comes over, I'm immediately pivoting to do some damage here. I'm trying to focus down the Hersir, just so my Prometheans are a little bit more effective. I'm not microing with my Terma on these throwing axemen very well. I'm just kind of a little overwhelmed and trying to manage my economy. He does have more military buildings than me. I'm not, I see that, but it's not consciously registering that, okay, he's going to be able to outproduce me here. So I'm not really thinking to make more units. My rally point's kind of fucked up here. I'm losing out on military. And I think now I'm going to start to micro, to shoot down these throwing axemen. There we go. I'm now also starting to add Prometheans into the mix because I'm seeing okay, I'm getting overwhelmed. He's turning a fuck ton of these Allsparks. I should maybe be pulling back here at this point. Because he's starting to overwhelm me, and these Allsparks are really good against my Terma. Kind of a misplay here, leveling up the Oracle, but whatever, we're going to bring him to the mix. I'm losing a lot. I should have backed out a while ago, because his Allspark is super good against my Terma. I'm still continuing to fight. This is a big mistake on my part. I'm losing a lot. And now I'm realizing, all right, I think maybe I should think about that the Promethean's going to help, because he has no more Hersir. So they're going to help a lot against the Allspark, but I think I need to get some Cairo Ballista. I might pivot into that, as well as throw down another military barracks. I'm continuing to fight this. I don't think this is a great idea. I'm just losing a lot unnecessarily. Not good. At some point I should be canceling these Terma, once I see how ineffective this is. The Cairo Ballista, once I pivot, is going to be really good against this Allspark. And the Prometheans are also good against the Allspark. Just because they're myth units. Okay, there we go. Now I'm starting to try and train Cairo Ballista. I'm getting the upgrade for medium infantry just because I'm assuming because he has so many Allspark that he's getting that as well. I didn't actually check, but I'm like, fuck, that's an important thing. I need to grab that. So I do pick that up. And I did not elect to go for towers just because it was such a significant wood expense. All right, now I'm like, let's start to pull back a bit. Let's not fight anymore and lose anything that's unnecessarily. He's getting a lot of good damage in, which is very unfortunate. The Cairo Ballista is now going to start to pump into these units. Very nice. Yeah, dealing some good damage. I'm throwing down another military barracks to get more Murmillo out, just to help tank. And then that mix combined with the Cairo Ballista and the Prometheans, I think is going to be really good. Now I see he's going for the town center, so I want to engage this and try to put a stop to it. I'm going to cancel the Cairo Ballista. I think 2 is pretty good. They cost a shit ton of wood. It's a lot of resources for the Cairo Ballista. So I don't want to keep producing a lot of that. I want to switch back into Terma. I'm continuing to make sure my my citizens are not staying idle. I might drag 1 or 2, I think I did that already, onto wood just because I see I'm really hurting for wood. And now starting to rally onto these pigs here to get more food income. Now pushing up to engage this. This is a good fight for me. These Allspark are just going to kind of get melted by this Cairo Ballista. And did I pick up the upgrade for... I did not pick up the upgrade for archers, which I believe also affects Cairo Ballista. That would have been pretty good to get in hindsight. He does finish the town center, but I'm like, let's push this. I feel like I have a good amount of military here, as well as with the 3rd barracks up and online. That's going to allow me to outproduce him. And I have the shockwave as well coming up. So if he tries to take a fight with me, I think I'll be okay. Continuing to send any idle citizens back to work. I'm loving that. Doing a great job at that. If we see, he's just... Yeah? He has some idle stuff as well. But he's doing a great job at contesting this. I notice he's coming up with more. So now I'm taking my Terma. I'm microing them onto the throwing axemen. This is very good. And every time he backs out, I'm just continuing to put more damage on to the town center. Then once I see it engages, I'm going to shift back to killing his military units. Very good. Continuing to pump more and more units from these 3 barracks. I could probably maybe get away with throwing down another counter barracks, but I'm seeing that I'm kind of stretched thin for resources. So I'm like, okay, I think this is probably good. Let's just keep it at 3. Continuing to fight when he pulls back. Microing the Terma on these throwing axemen, very good. My micro's improving. I'm floating wood. I could be a little bit more mindful about putting some units on that. But he does throw up the GG. It's just a lot of pressure for him. And although in the background I'm thinking like, oh, maybe he has like another town center back here, and you know, he must have like a lot going on. Like, I'm just thinking he's like so far ahead of me. I'm very intimidated at this point, and I'm just trying to gun down this town center and start to just take down his military production. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, at some point I need to throw an armor down once I get enough resources, and thinking about aging up. That's kind of in the background. But yeah, GG's. Very, very good match. Very quick match. The Allspark really overwhelmed me. And although I did lose a lot of military that I did not need to lose, I eventually corrected it by putting down another military building and creating the right counters and pushing back. So very proud of myself for this. It was one of the first games since getting coached by Rappel, and just practicing, you know, the build orders and what he taught me on our 2 coaching sessions together, putting it into effect by myself against a real opponent of a similar skill level. So very, very proud of myself. I've come a long way since forgetting to research hunting dogs. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope it was entertaining. Before we close out, I just want to give a big shout out to all of my patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. If you would like to become a patron and take advantage of those build order graphics, tap the link in the description below. I have the Patreon link so you can become a patron, as well as the Discord link if you want to join the Discord. If you become a patron, I have some graphics already pre-made for Oranos, obviously, because that's the god I'm using. But if you would like to get graphics for a different god, an Egyptian god, Greek god, Norse god, Chinese god, I'd be happy to make them for you. You'll get access not only to a standard build order for high hunt, but also a standard build order for low hunt, as well as a build order for water maps. You're going to get 3 build orders for your specific god if you decide to become a patron and support the channel, support me making videos for you. But without further ado, thank you so much once again for watching this match. I hope it was entertaining. Please hit the like button on your way out and hit the subscribe button to see more. Thanks. See you in the next one.